This is my 94 GMC Sierra. It's a Southern Comfort Edition. Little rundown. The motor had 74,000 original miles as well as the transmission, and after having it just for about a month or two, the motor blew up. So instead of just selling it or scrapping it, I decided to do a motor swap. And it got a 350 out of a 79 Stingray. Pretty easy conversion. I ran a manual fuel line from the factory fuel pump on the motor all the way back. It goes directly in. And then exhaust wise, I had to find these headers. They are mid-length stainless steel headers off of Amazon. They worked really well. My truck actually has side pipes at the moment. So my exhaust comes straight out from underneath and runs straight out the back there. It was a four-wheel drive truck, automatic, and it is now converted over to a manual setup. Pretty straightforward and easy. I bought a Willwood aftermarket clutch pedal, all hydraulic. You can see my master cylinder here. It goes down, up, and under. If you can see down there below the header where this line goes, I actually made a bracket out of 3/8 inch steel in order to compensate and hold the slave cylinder. Now my truck can't start like that. Instead, you turn the key on, pull this little hatch down, I haven't hung the exhaust up yet, so before anyone says anything about the pipes, they're not done yet. All in all, it's a pretty clean truck. Really sweet, clean swap. It does have a one-wire alternator at the moment. That is because the original charging system would not work, as I have a V-belt drive. Turn it off. You do use the key as well to turn it off, so that didn't change. I reused the original shroud. I just cut a hole in it right here in order to get the hose in. That is a quad-core radiator. It was custom built by a shop near me, and I used an original fan. Power steering pump actually came out of a Chevrolet Malibu, rough about 71-ish. I have a 71 over there as well, but it did not come out of that. It has a 350 Edelbrock, or correction, 650 Edelbrock. Like I said, the motor is just a plain Jane 350. Nothing special. I drove about 2 hours to pick it up. Before anyone asks about the wiring is actually all up underneath the old air conditioner compressor. This will actually get removed. I went through and I cut out all the original plugs, everything that I didn't need, as these are basically a 3-wire setup. Push button start, if you're curious about that, I ran the one hot lead down to the starter, one hot lead to the battery, of course, and then it went into that button in there. And in order for the power to come on, I reused the power wire that was on the original alternator, which is down there, the red wire with the yellow cap. So that way I am able to still use the key to turn it on and off. It's just a push button start, which makes it anti-theft, as these motors are easier to turn on and over. The transmission that's mated up with it is actually a Saginaw 4-speed. My dad had it in a 64 Impala as well as a 64 Appalachian pickup truck. Pretty good combination. I had to make a custom bracket in order to hold the transmission up, which you can see underneath the exhaust there. It is not the prettiest. It's one bolt. It's going to get welded in. That was not my weld. But it gets straight up to the transmission. And I'm getting the drive shaft made as we speak. The fuel system is not the greatest. It's just, I cut the metal line and I ran the rubber metal coated line all the way up front. It is actually going to be getting changed out for a fuel cell in the bed with braided line all the way up. That's just whenever I get enough money to do it. It does still have the four-wheel drive hub and assembly. Everything like that is original. It's just there's no drive shaft going to it. I'm mostly leaving it there for weight. It's not going to hurt anything to be there. It'll keep the wheels lined up. But other than that, talk about the body a little bit. The only rust that was really on this was right through here on this one fender. As I said before, it's a GMC Sierra, and it's a Southern Comfort Edition, which means this truck is one of a kind. It's the only one like it that has this identical paint code. And there's a mate truck to this that drives around me, and instead it is white here and blue here. But other than that, there's no other truck with this exact same code. Obviously, it's a short wheelbase with the body kit. It's a really clean truck. The worst part about it is just the little bit of body work it needs down through here. But once that's all said and done and fixed, which I plan on doing this spring, I'm actually going to be repainting the truck. And before anyone says, don't change the paint, it's cool, it's original, I don't have the money to be able to paint it back to original. Wheels are actually factory. They are factory aluminums that came on it. Right now, currently it's going to be winter. I have brand new winter tires on there as well for right now. Taillights are not factory, as you can obviously tell. They are tinted taillights I had actually got off Amazon. And I had these on a lifted 89 Chevy pickup, same body style, 10-inch lift on 35s. And the truck burned down, but the taillights and the wheels and tires were salvageable, so I took those off. It does have these factory chrome rails on the back, sliding glass window. It does have dual bucket seats, as well as a fold-down console. I apologize for the inside of the truck being kind of a mess. I've been working on it. But there's the Southern Comfort badge right there. Pretty neat factor of the truck. Up here, Southern Comfort badge. It's got full wood trim throughout the truck, but it's actually got a police radar built in. So as long as you have the truck on, you pull that down, it'll beep, and it will actually inform you if you are near a cop. So pretty neat. All power windows, wood trim. I need to refinish all the wood trim throughout the truck. Again, I apologize for the mess. I work out of this truck. But these seats came factory. There was a little bit of wear and tear on it. The center folds down, and then there's storage all the way throughout the back. Currently, I have the four-wheel drive shifter still in there. I need to remove it, but there's a linkage at the bottom I have to remove. The shift kit for the Saginaw that I have on there is actually about a $400 shift kit, and it was already fully adjusted, so when I raised it up, I just took the handle out. That clutch pedal, back to it again. It was pretty explanatory to put it in. I had to drill 2 holes in the firewall, and I had to brace it up with that piece of metal right there. But Willwood brakes. It's a universal push style pedal, not a pull. You have to use a push, as well as a push style master cylinder. It was the perfect pedal. It worked great. I got it done in a day. I'm going to actually make more videos on how to install one of those as well. Like I said on the bracket, it goes on the 2 bottom bell housing bolts, and there is a big hole cut in the center, as well as 2 bolt holes to be able to bolt the master cylinder on. Bleeding this clutch is different. It's not as easy as you would think it would be. Currently, right now, the only thing this truck needs is one, I have my choke cable because it is not electric choke. I need my drive shaft, and then the exhaust is getting hung up today. I just did this video so you could hear it, get an update on it. Plans for this truck in the future are, one, I'm getting a roll pan, as well as I do have a little bit of framework I have to get done in behind here. You can see a little bit of it right there. It's just towards the bottom. Here's another closer look at the tires. They are Firestones. Great tires, great grip. The wheels, I like them. I'm probably going to go more towards a stock Chevy Rally wheel. That's my preference. I'm just going to do a walk around just so you can see it one last time. As I said before, there's going to be many more update videos on this truck as I do work on everything that I drive. In total, in order to do this swap, I had the transmission. I did buy a brand new clutch kit. I did get that off Amazon as well. Most of my parts I do actually get off Amazon. It's fast, easy shipping. I have Prime, so I get it really quick. The motor, I paid $300 for the motor. Works great. I checked if it had compression as well when I was there. Made sure it turned over. And he actually had a paper with the motor showing that it did have 40,000 miles on it. So, I would have been an idiot to turn it up. Most of the fabrication skills I do on my own. I build all my own parts. This truck is very, very, very clean, aside from the little bit of body work I have to do. In the comments, I want your all's opinion. This truck is possibly going to get bedlinered all the way around. And I know most people don't like the bedliner look, but I was going to use the U-Pole Raptor liner kit, and I'm actually going to get the paint code for here matched, which is a dark indigo. And I'd like to do the whole truck in blue. I think it would look really good. It'd be different. There's no one around here that really has that. I'm in West Virginia, so I have to drive a good ways for all of my car shows. I'm going to try to go to Carlisle, PA, and get more parts for this truck when the next swap meet goes on. But just let me know whether you think I should try to repaint it to the blue, or if you think the bedliner look would look good. It wouldn't be a very aggressive pattern. It would be more of a smooth, just plain Jane bedliner look. And also, I can restore these headlights if I wanted to. But potentially, I think I'm either going to go with the blacked out housings, or I'm going to get a nice, cheaper set of halos. I'm not a huge fan of halos, but on these trucks, they do look really well. It'll clean the truck up, and it'll actually match my taillights a little better. But I'll give you one last look at the motor before I end this video. Please like and subscribe. Keep coming in and checking out my update videos. I'm a new channel, and I'd like to keep progressing. Power steering lines as well. I did have custom lines made, but it wasn't a big deal. There's the one-wire alternator. Alrighty.